Before I begin, I want to put down some basic facts about my story. I was 13 at the time of this occurrence, and had been reading creepypastas and true stories since I was 11. Bad habits. I live in Carroll Island, a place where you can find a good amount of forestry everywhere. This was located in Baltimore County, and I loved hearing Goatman stories about this place. I believe there is one in Carroll Island, but that's not the point. I loved this bit of forestry and had always when I was a child. I had lived in this house, still am, since I was 7 or 8. These forests, like any other town, always had some urban legend behind them. Some of these were mostly told by older kids who were just trying to scare the kids who would wander about the streets. The teens would always go into the woods to smoke pot or drink alcohol. I hated that, but it's how they got their kicks. I was outside of my house, sometime near January on a full moon. I can't really recall which month perfectly, just know it was a full moon. This was when some of the clown things were starting to die off, and came back in April of 2017. I never believed in them, and still don't. But that night I think I did. I walked inside my house with my brother, and my friend who we'll call Kyle. Kyle was from the Dominican Republic, and had always believed in the paranormal, so we had a good bit in common. We walked into my brother's room, since it was the largest, and were watching Logan Paul's controversial Suicide Forest video. Once it was done, Kyle remembered it was a full moon, and that the clowns were out tonight. I called bullshit, and told him it was all hoaxes and insane people on highways. He doubled me by saying that if I didn't believe, they'd get me. I laughed at his remark to that, and told him to stop believing all that stuff. That's when my brother, who I'll call Josh, sat up and said that I was just a pussy. I told him he was a jerk, and that it wasn't funny. We got into a conversation for a good 10 minutes, when Kyle finally says, "Then why don't you go prove it?" I said, "Okay," and told them that I would be back. I know just the place to prove it. There was a little place down the road that was put there for a park essentially. It wasn't funded, and the only thing it had was a small walk bridge. That was pretty nice. We called it the Duck Pond, but it actually was Seneca Creek. I'm giving all the location details to give you a better understanding of how scary this place would have been at night. I left the house, got onto my bike, and rode off 2 blocks away. At the entrance of the park is another set of woods that is private property, for houses on the water and some abandoned houses inside. The entrance is easy to see. Can't miss it, and personally, it looks pretty. As I was walking up to the entrance, I had noticed a foul odor. Keep in mind that this is wildlife, where things die and decompose right there. It wasn't helped with the stench of trash, reeking from the trash island. I was about to walk into the park, when I shit you not, something had spoken in a low, somewhat luring voice. "Hey there, kiddo. Why don't you come over here?" This is when I went into fucking panic mode. I am someone who isn't scared off so easily. But it was the thought that it could be someone out there the unknown, which scared me. I turn towards the small patch of bushes near the entrance, and I see something crouched over deep in the bushes, facing me. I couldn't tell if it was a clown or demon. I didn't fucking care at this point. Even thinking about it is making me paranoid. As I was gonna man up and go see what it was, it speaks again. And that's right. Come over here. And I hear a sheathing of a blade. That's when I knew it was time to book it. I instantly wailed out in fright, almost pissing myself, and crashed into that bike. I say, if I hadn't been riding for many years and built up muscle to power out of there, I would have been done. I floor it back to my house. At this point, my body is in complete hysteria, and Kyle said that once I opened the door, I was not comprehensible. It took me a minute to calm down and realize I shouldn't be so scared. I explained to Kyle and Josh what had just happened, and we agreed to go back tomorrow and fuck up whoever was there. We never did, and I never go there at night. Creepy man in the fucking bushes, whoever you are, if you're still out there, let's not meet again.